閉じたら落ちてくガラスの迷路、ひび割れた声まだ消えないまま、封じた記憶誰かの夢にすり替わる、名前さえ今奪われてく、聞こえるか胸の奥できしむ鎖の叫び、逃げないで選ぶんだ自分だけの芯を、一つ書き換えられた世界で僕は僕を上書きしてく、ささやく嘘切り裂きながら、覚めないなら夢を燃やせ、一つ操られた明日に君の本と響かせて、かけ違えたストーリー今塗り替えてゆけ、黒いタイピン運命に鼓動が刺さる、笑うシステム感情を狂らう、震えた指でログアウト先を探してる、でも君の手が確かにここにある、忘れるな偽物でも選ぶ痛みはリアル、奪えない願いだけが最後のパスワード、一つ書き換えられた世界で僕は僕を上書きしてく、ささやく嘘切り裂きながら、覚めないなら夢を燃やせ、一つ操られた明日に君の本と響かせて、かけ違えたストーリー今塗り替えていけ、必殺君の声で暗いスクリプトを壊して一つ書き換えられた世界で僕は僕を更新してく、挟むく影抱きしめながら、傷ついても夢を離すな、一つ操られた未来君と一緒に飛び越えて交差してくストーリー今始まりに帰ろう、
Hey! 4th of July, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome, everybody, to another episode of Hypnocast. That's right, we are live, boys. We are live, we are live, we are live. We're going to dive down the rabbit hole that is known as the internet. But before we do that, boys, you got to bring it in. Listen, I don't want to hear anybody saying they don't want to hug it out today. All right? It's the 4th of fucking July. Like, there's no way that you're going to be running away today, right? Right? You're not gonna run away today. Today of all days, like, you're gonna get in here, right? You're gonna get into the circle, and you're gonna hug it out. Like, we're not gonna have to drag you to the circle, right? You have a fuck your migraine. No offense. Get in here. It's too hot for hugs. I don't want to hear that shit. Get in here. What do you mean? No, you won't. You better not be saying no, you won't in the sense of you're gonna deny the hug. Get in here, man. Let's go. Come on, we gotta hug it out. Get close. Get close. Listen. Get close unless you smell like those Yu-Gi-Oh tournaments, and don't get close. You could stay on the outside of the circle. You could definitely stay on the outside of the circle. We'll still be friendly. But if you smell like Yu-Gi-Oh, like you can definitely stay on the outside. You can stay on the outside. Guys, get in here. Come on, we got to hug it out, boys. We got to hug it out. Listen very closely. If you guys are watching over on YouTube, like the stream. That's right. Ew, you covered yourself in poo? What the fuck is that? It's disgusting. That's disgusting. If you guys are watching over on Rumble, like the stream. It's nasty. And if you guys are watching anywhere else, that's impossible, and you're probably not celebrating July 4th because you're gay. Most likely. Just being real.
You are gay!
Guys, let's go, man. Like the stream. Can I get a mic check, please? Mic check, titty check, balls check. What are we checking? What are we checking today? Guys, we got a lot of stories we got to go over today. All right, you're probably wondering, why am I live today? Why is there a Hypnocast today? What's going on, man? What is going on, right? Well, what's going on is that, it's July 4th, right? So, if you guys are Hispanic, you probably have a little bit of experience with this, right? You probably have a little bit of experience with this, but, Hispanics out there understand what I'm about to say. So, like, on the holidays, out of nowhere, you just get random people that show up at your fucking door. So, like, basically what I'm trying to say is, you get family that you're not planning for. You got family that you're not planning for. And, so unfortunately, family comes first. There's going to be no SNH tonight. That's what it is. That's what it is. Rip the Band-Aid off. Just rip the Band-Aid off. Or ice. Yeah, I mean, they might as well be ice. They might as well be ice, to be honest with you. But anyway, so because they're, I got family that showed up and I wasn't expecting, family comes first, and there's no SNH tonight, unfortunately. Now, I know some of the guys are going to be hanging out on their own stream tonight. I think Wizard, Leon, Sevi, I think Sheep as well. Don't quote me on that, but I think Sheep is also. I know they're going to be hanging out, doing their own thing. So definitely go hang out with them. But no, there is no SNH on Wizard's channel. They're doing their own thing. SNH is only on this channel, boys. So you could definitely go hang out with them. They'll be live, doing their own like July 4th special. So that'll be cool. But I unfortunately would not be there because I will be with family. And so that's just what it is, boys. That's what it is. But the show must go on. The work must get done. And we are absolutely going to be having a stream right now, so that we could get some topics out for the day, because just because it's July 4th doesn't mean that we don't talk about gaming stuff. You know what I'm saying? So, boys, our ESG scores are at their maximum. We are fully funded. Let's like the stream right now. Right now. And there is going to be a waifu battle at the end of this stream, all right? We brought back yesterday, in case you guys missed it, we brought back the standardized waifu battles until the next tournament. The next tournament is going to be announced sometime next week after the giveaway. Don't forget, tomorrow is the giveaway, guys, the $1,000 Steam giveaway. I'm going to be giving... Yes, I know the TTS. Hold on, Tanya. I'm going to release it in a second. We're going to be doing a giveaway tomorrow, $1,000 Steam giveaway. It's probably going to be earlier in the day. Sometime in like maybe mid-afternoon, give or take. So make sure you guys are there for that. You're not going to want to miss that. It's going to be fun. I'm going to do a dedicated stream just for that. What else? Yeah, that's basically it. All right, boys. Listen, let's do the Big and Army roll call. Let's see who's in the chat right now hanging out with us on July 4th. I appreciate that you guys are hanging out with us on a special holiday like this. Thank you for that. Let's see who's in the chat right now hanging out with us, man. We're going to do membership train and then pre-stream legends and then content. All right, we did the TTS. No, the TTS didn't bark at you. All right, didn't bark at you, boys. We're still trying to hit tiers today. The tiers are on the line today, so let's do our best. Forget the rest. Who's here, man? Saint to Jason, what's going on, brother? Hold on. Why is this not working? Okay, there we go. Saint to Jason, what's going on? Just turn down the coquito. It'll be extra strong today. Yeah, I know. I don't drink, so it's fine. Tanya Raven, what's going on? Shout out to Tanya Raven. We got Nick Havoc, America birthday check. Let's fucking go, boys. I want to see some American flag emojis all day today. We got Azra in the chat. What's going on, Azra? How you doing? We got Michelle Carajo. Shout out to Michelle Carajo. How you doing? We got Yamato 85. What's going on, man? We got Jason. Wait, what? Hypnotic karaoke day? What? I don't sing karaoke. Who sings karaoke? Vice Admiral Deku of Mars. What's going on, dude? Saint Hugo is in the chat. What's going on, man? Handy's in the chat. Old Man Cad and Young Lady Cad is in the chat. We got Roman 1992. What's going on, dude? Romanizer 24. We got, let me scroll up. Hold on. Creepier 07. We got Mr. Melancholy. We got Dragatello. We got Yan Demand. What's going on, man? We got Oliver Adam. We got Setsuda Shadow. The wolf is here. Let's go. We got King motherfucking Demon Wing. Shout out to King Demon Wing. Welcome in, man. We got the Cryptic Stench. What's going on? We got Joker with all the J's and 1K. What's going on, dude? We got Sanguine is in the chat. What's going on, Sanguine? We got Nizumi 5194. What's going on? We got Sith Lord Kratos. What's going on, man? We got Creators Freedom. Shout out. Yeah, guys, don't forget to vote in the poll. Right now, Leon is winning at 43%. People think that Leon is the most likely person to do something gay on July 4th. So it's Leon, and then it's Atreus, then it's Kata, then it's Wizard. That's the rankings right now. So Wizard is the least gay. Is the least gay out of that four. That should make him pretty happy, I think. We got Little Jim's Halo. What's going on, man? We got Game Tank. Says, about to get hit by storms. Oh, shit. Oh, stay safe, man. Holy shit. We got, where's it at? Let me scroll up. Blue, where are you? I see Blue screaming at the top of her lungs. What's going on, Blue? We got Tiger King. Shout out to Tiger King. We got Booming Bob. What's going on? Hypnotic is still major gay. Thank you, sir. I appreciate that. We got Shadow Buster. What's going on, Shadow Buster? How you doing, man? Debo's in the chat. What's going on, Debo? We got Singles and Bits. Got you on while I prep for a barbecue tonight. Let's fucking go. Listen, everybody, have a good July 4th. Seriously. Have a good July 4th. Celebrate the 250th. Have a great time with your families, your friends, whoever you're going to be spending it with. Have a great time, man. Seriously. Who else is here? All right, 4 more people. Let's go. 4 more people that we got to get on with the show, man. We got a show to put on. Let's go over to Rumble. Rumble, what are we doing, man? I know there's not going to be too many on Rumble because Rumble's weird with the notifications when I do anything outside of the normal time, but I'm going to call you guys out anyway. We got O-Face over there on Rumble. We got Mookie Dookie over there on Rumble. We got Tatsu Yakai over on Rumble. We got LoKZ420 over on Rumble as well. D33 Rice Raid over on Rumble. We got Ray Ray on Rumble as well. Democulus over there on Rumble also. And last but not least, we got Terminal over there on Rumble as well. Shout out to Terminal, man. What's going on? How are you doing? And Azumi over here on YouTube. Shout out to Azumi. All right, guys, listen. No money shot. Like I said, we're retiring the money shot. We're going to be coming up with something that you guys absolutely are going to want to dodge. And I got to come up with a whole new clip for it, all right? You guys got a little bit too greedy with the money shot, all right? People were just, like, desperately wanting to take it. I got to come up with something else. And I think we found the solution on the last stream, which is going to be basically whoever gets chosen, it gets thrown in an HR meeting at a California Silicon Valley gaming studio or something along those lines. I don't know, but we're going to come up with something real bad, okay? We're going to come up with something real bad right now. All right, guys, listen, before the membership train, let me tell you what we got lined up for today. All right, listen. Valve's fucking up, boys. Valve's fucking up. It is what it is. We got to talk about it, boys. Valve's fucking up, all right? Steam, the Steam machine has reports of GPU failing. That is bad. That's huge. That's huge. If it ends up being widespread enough, kind of similar to, how do you call it? Like the Xbox Red Ring of Death and shit like that. Right now, it's not really widespread, but if it becomes widespread, that is not good. All right, they're calling it the red line of death. Which, you know what? I'm really not that shocked at because that's a really small box. And I always said, like, the airflow in it, the cooling aspect of it, can it really do, like, I don't know, man. I don't know. Anyway, so we're going to talk about that and see what's going on with the failing of the GPUs. Like I said, it's really not that widespread right now, but it can become widespread. And if it does, that's going to be bad. We're also going to talk about Polygon. We got to talk about Polygon because Polygon ended up putting out some hard-hitting news that I think we should all discuss because they want us to discuss. And that's essentially how Red Dead Redemption 2 is a terrible game. Now, I'm sure Atreus is gooning right now. I'm sure he's gooning because any hatred towards Red Dead Redemption 2, and he's having a grand old time. He's absolutely loving it. But there is a hidden agenda behind this particular article that I want to go over, all right, that I think you guys would find to be very interesting information. So we're going to go over that and explain what's really happening with that particular article. We also got to go over Marvel Tokon being banned in 130 countries. So what happened with Helldivers 2 when they ended up trying to make the PSN sign-in a required thing, where Helldivers ended up getting banned in 130 countries because of it, and then they reversed it. Marvel Tokon is experiencing the same exact thing, where now that video game is being banned in 130 countries because of the requirement to sign up for PSN or something along those lines. We got to talk about that. We got to go over that and see what's going on with that nonsense. It seems like Sony can't stop taking L's at this point. It's a massive L, and we got to go over it. So we'll discuss that and see what exactly is going on with that nonsense. We also got some Xbox stories we got to go over. There's apparently been a major shakeup where the former Wolfenstein studio head is now going to be in charge of Arcane. That's interesting. We got to talk about that as well. And we got to talk about the fact that Sony tries to tell you that nobody wants physical copies of their video games. And meanwhile, due to the high demand, there is now a limit of 1 per order for the PS5 disc drives. You know, the drive that plays physical media. Apparently, the demand is so high that now they've limited it to 1 per person. But I thought nobody wanted it. Sony. That's weird. So anyway, we're going to talk about that as well. Oh, and also, due to the announcement of no physical media, piracy has increased an estimated 20-some-odd%. And that's just starting right now for PlayStation. People are looking into ways to jailbreak their PlayStation and to essentially, do piracy on PlayStation. It's actually pretty insane. But, is anybody shocked by that? I'm not shocked by that. So we got a lot to talk about, boys. It's going to be a busy stream, and we got a waifu battle at the end of the stream. A really American one. It's an American waifu battle. So you're not going to want to miss that, boys. And if you missed the new intro to the waifu battle yesterday, you'll be able to watch it today. So make sure you check that out. All right, boys. Let's celebrate July 4th. It's a holiday stream. Let's have a good time. Are we ready to do the membership train? Let's do the membership train. I see you guys already going crazy with the memberships. Thank you guys so much. I really appreciate that. Let's do the membership train. Let's fucking go. Let's have a good time before everybody starts barbecuing and shit. Get on the train, boys. Let's go. Can we light it up?
All aboard.
I wish the memberships were red.
The membership,
but they're green.
Train.
So it's got to count for something. It's got to count for something.
Down the frame.
Let's go, guys. Get on the train with your flags. Creative freedom. Dropping a membership over on YouTube. Thank you, my man. I appreciate that. Ahmad dropping a 5 membership banger. Look at this guy. Holy shit. Thank you, Ahmad. I appreciate that very much. Thank you. This song is stuck in your head. I'm not sorry. Miss Bella Games dropping a membership. Thank you, Miss Bella Games. War Wizard with a 5 memberships on YouTube. Thank you, War Wizard. I appreciate that. Butter Biscuit sneaking into membership right at the very end. Shout out to Butter Biscuit. Thank you for that membership, man. Right at the very end. I appreciate that. Thank you, guys. No Hawaiian shirt and shorts? No. What kind of Puerto Rican do you think I am, bro? Hawaiian shirt, bro. That's crazy, man. Unbelievable. All right, boys. TTS is going. Let's get it going. And hopefully you guys are a little nice to me.
Emoji.
What? Who did that? Oh, Secret Final Boss with the 2. Thank you for that. Be a little nice on the TTS today. It's July 4th, guys.
Why the heck are you streaming at noon on the 4th of July?
Oh, my God.
Happy Independence Day. Happy Independence Day.
I said be nice to me.
Happy birthday, America.
There's something weird
Family
about DSP
coming
saying
over,
that.
including Chewbacca.
No, fuck Chewbacca. Keep him away.
The 4th of July isn't fun for everyone. Loud, Sudden
Yes, I know,
fireworks
that's
can
true.
turn local
That's true.
neighborhoods into a stressful combat zone for
That's true.
veterans living with PTSD.
Yes, I know
Please
two.
be considerate of those who served.
I know two of
Let's
them.
look out for each other.
Old Man Cat, thank you for the
Happy
1999.
4th
I appreciate
Who's
that, brother.
watching Old Man Cad today?
Young Lady Cat is watching him today.
Happy
I think.
4th of July everyone, and I also want to celebrate my dad's 61st anniversary of
Let's
being in
go.
this country. Bless American servicemen and women.
Let's
Saluting
go.
face emoji.
Mr. Melancholy, thank you for the 5. Let's fucking go, man. Shout out to Mr. Melancholy and his dad. That's awesome. That's awesome. Thank you for that. Yes, Old Man Cat. I know 2 people IRL that suffer from that. So yeah, I totally get that. Celebrate July 4th, of course, but you know, just be a little careful. Just be a little careful. You know what I'm saying? But thank you for your service. Thank everybody for this. You know, we have a lot of veterans in the Bigot Army, which is one of my favorite things to be able to say. You know, I know a lot of you guys. Watch. You know, Jeremy Webb is somebody who's actively serving right now. He shows up when he can, and we appreciate you guys, man. Sincerely, it's because of you guys we could be retards online. You know what I'm saying? It's because of you guys. It's because of the veterans and active service members that's the reason why we could be retards online. You know, I appreciate that very, very much. You guys are amazing. Look at this. You know what? I got to give this man respect, man. I hate doing it too because he's so short. I don't even know how he got into the military, to be honest with you. But
Hypnotically, your Asian family side, Chin Chin,
What
have
the
come
fuck?
to agree in disowning you. You know, Doctor, and dating fake wizard, no more rest for you.
What, bro? Come on.
Hypnotic, you're from the planet of intersex.
Oh my God, bro. It's July 4th. You can't be nice on July 4th. One day. You can't be nice one day. One day. Hey, Kata, shout out to Kata. You know, he is a little short. He is a little short, but you know what? He somehow got into the military and he did serve. So much respect to Kata for that. That's awesome. Maybe they need, I don't know. Maybe they had like an ankle biter
At war_wizard
unit or something like that out there. I don't know.
8 months of membership.
I don't know.
Letting you know, despite my absence, I am still your disappointed dad, Hypno.
Oh my God,
Just not
bro.
as disappointed as I am in that femboy, Leon. Gay.
Bro, of all days for the goth to
Kind of
make a
got
return.
into the military on stilts.
Okay, that was funny. That was funny. That was actually funny. Because I can imagine that. Hey, somebody needs to make that AI right now. Somebody needs to make that AI right now. They need to put Kata in a military uniform on stilts. That's what they need to do right now. That needs to be a thing. That needs to be a thing. Sir Loins, thank you for the 989. I appreciate that. War Wizard, thank you for 8 months. You absolute fucking legend. I appreciate that, my man. Sincerely. Gilgamesh, thank you for the 2. And Matt Foot and Cool, thank you for the 5. Even though you disowned me, apparently. I guess. Thank you. All right, boys, let's get to the memberships. We got memberships to go over. First and foremost, we had King Demon Wing. This guy dropped like 110 memberships yesterday, bro. It's absolutely insane. It's insane. I don't know what I do to deserve it, man. Fucking King Demon Wing dropped a 5 membership banger.
More memberships! More memberships! More memberships!
And considering that is the first one of the stream, you already know what that means. It's a July 4th period. Let's go.
走り出そう鳥にさげた歌と吹くのから揺れのから明日は絶対もっとシャイニー自分次第深めに合い今すぐスタートボタンを押してみよう私はこんなんじゃないはず
Let's go. King Dimmerling, thank you for the 5 memberships, my man. I appreciate that. Tanya Raven followed it up as well with her own 5 memberships.
More
Go,
memberships!
Tanya.
More memberships! More memberships!
Shout out to Tanya Raven dropping those 5 memberships. I appreciate that very, very much. Thank you, Tanya. And then we got War Wizard Doubling it up. War Wizard dropping a massive. Look at all those Super Saiyans in the chat, bro. I love to see the little emoji. War Wizard dropping 10 memberships. Let's go.
More memberships! More memberships!
Shout out to War Wizard. I appreciate that, man. Sincerely. Holy shit. Thank you, sir. And then Old Man Cat, thank you again. And Young Lady Cat, thank you again for the $19.99. I appreciate that. Seabrew for the 2. Thank you so much for that. Sincerely. Creative Freedom dropping a membership right at the membership train start. I appreciate that very, very much. And then Ahmad dropping 5 memberships.
More
Jesus.
memberships! More memberships! More memberships!
Shout out to Ahmad for the 5 memberships. I appreciate that, my man. Thank you, sir. Miss Bella Games joining in. Happy 4th, Miss Bella Games. Throwing in a membership as well. Thank you very much for that. I appreciate it. And then we got War Wizard, bro. This guy's on a rampage today. War Wizard dropping a 5 membership again,
More
bro.
memberships!
Jesus. He's on a rampage.
More memberships! More memberships!
Shout out to War Wizard. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for the 5 memberships. I appreciate that, my man. Like the profile picture, by the way. And then we got Butter Biscuit. Look at Butter Biscuit, man. Throwing in that membership right at the very end of the train. I appreciate that, Butter Biscuit. Thank you, sir. And then Mr. Melancholy with the 5. Thank you. I appreciate that. Mad Fun Cool with the 5 trolling me again. I appreciate it. Gilgamesh, thank you for the 2. Appreciate that. And War Wizard again with the 8 months of legendary status. Thank you, sir. I appreciate it. Sir Loins with the 99. Thank you, sir. And then Sith Lord Kratos became a member all on his own. Let's fucking go. Let's fucking go. Shout out to Sith Lord Kratos. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Let's go, man.
At Sith Lord Kratos 85
10
celebrates 10 months of membership.
America. F yeah.
Thank you, Sith Lord Kratos. I appreciate that, man. 10 months. That's a long time. Long time, man. Randall dropping a membership over on YouTube as well. Thank you, Randall. I appreciate that, man. Sincerely. Thank you, sir. All right, boys. Listen, I checked Rumble. We have nothing on Rumble, but thank you guys for hanging out over there. I understand that notifications are a little bit weird right now over on Rumble, but I appreciate everybody who's hanging out over there. Thank you guys sincerely. Let's get into it, boys. Are we fucking ready to do this? I'm ready. I'm going to keep the TTS up for right now until we get to like a main topic or something like that. But we're getting, I think we're getting fairly close to tier 1 if we haven't hit it already. So let's do our best and forget the rest, man. Anything new on Stellar Blade, Blood Rain? Nothing yet. Nothing yet. Blue says I made the requested image and tagged. Oh, no. Oh, no. Bro, this is crazy work, man.
Holy shit.
Whoa. Wow, dude. Oh my God, bro. No. No, man. This is gonna be lore now, and this is so bad. This is actually so bad. That's crazy. Is that Kata? Yes. That, and I like how the women look, bro, everybody in the background is just like look at this, man. They're just looking at him like, yeah, look at that little nugget. That's crazy, bro. Holy shit, man. Anyway, hey, no, shout out to Kata, man. No, seriously. That's funny. That's actually funny, bro. Wait. Tiger King says he's not even that tall with stilts. Bro, relax. Relax, Tiger King. That's crazy, man. Holy shit. All right, boys, listen. We usually like to start off with comedy. That's definitely a way to start off with comedy. I also have another video that we could take a look at real quick that I saw. Check this out. I thought this was pretty damn funny. Bro, everybody's making fun of PlayStation. It's actually amazing. Like literally everybody, even people that collect like toys and stuff or like figures and whatnot or statues, like bro, everybody's getting in on it. It's so bad. It's so bad. I love that everybody's just shitting on them. It's actually amazing. They deserve it. They absolutely deserve it. Fuck them, man. It's crazy. Anyway, all right, boys. Real quick, hey, shout out to you guys who hung out with us last night. Well, I mean, technically today, but you know, last night. Shout out to everybody who hung out with us last night. We had a banger stream playing Transformers War for Cybertron, bro. It was so fucking awesome, man. Everybody showed up. We had like well over 100 viewers throughout the entire night, just kind of like watching, just going down memory lane. I mean, I don't really know, but it was so awesome, dude. And I saw a bunch of people. They were like, because of you, I'm now looking for a physical copy of this game or something along those lines, you know? And I'm like, dude, that's not my fault. That's not my fault. But this shit was so sick, man. I had such a great time. It was a great time playing this. We're gonna play it some more. For sure. But I'm just looking at gameplay from last night. Sorry for the double chat. The chat's in the same spot, so it's gonna look weird right now. But yeah, no, it was super fun playing this game again, man. Super fun.
Sony deserves everything that is coming to them.
I agree. Revixie, thank you for the DKK20. I agree, man. 100%. We're gonna get into that right now about the piracy stuff. But yeah, thank you guys for supporting that Lost Media, kind of stream. And we're gonna be doing more of that. There were some video games that you guys recommended when we were playing yesterday. There was some games that you guys recommended. So we're gonna do that and kind of check that out. It's gonna be a good time, man. But thank you again, guys, for supporting that stream last night. I appreciate that. All right, let's get into it. You guys ready? Let's get into it. King Freedom says, I wanted to watch more of your stream last night, but I was running on 4 hours. Oh, that's fine, dude. That's fine. Don't worry about that. Will there be a Saturday night stream tonight? No. For those of you that are coming in right now, first off, like to stream. Lift your finger, like to stream. Number 2, no SNH tonight. Unexpected family came over today, and family comes first. So I'm going to be hanging out with them, and that's why we're doing the stream early now. Am I playing Fall of Cybertron 2? So fun fact. Fall of Cybertron is the one game that I don't have on Steam for Transformers, and I'm actually really sad about that. I'm really, really sad about that. I'm pretty sure I don't have it. I'm going to double check really quick. Yeah, I don't have it. I only have War for Cybertron, Fall of Cybertron. I believe I have on like, I don't know if it's PS3, PS4, or something like that. But yeah, I have family besides you guys. Yeah. I know, right? It is what it is, boys. But yeah, so we're just doing a stream right now. We're gonna hang out, do some topics, and shoot the shit, celebrate July 4th, and we'll just make it happen. Emulation, bro. Yeah, I don't really emulate or pirate, unfortunately. So it's just kind of like what I don't do. But I'm fine if other people do it. I don't care. Me personally, I don't do it. All right, boys, let's get into it. Let's make it happen, boys. Ironically, speaking of, we do have to talk about this. So let me pause CTS for this. It's going to be a topic. Hold on. Because Sony's getting fucking felted. It's a beautiful thing. It's a gorgeous thing, actually. Spam the pirate emojis. Actually, this is the topic you're probably going to want to spam the pirate emojis on. You're probably going to want to spam it on this one. Guys, let's talk about PlayStation and apparently how their decision to remove physical media has resulted in a major rise in potential piracy against Sony and PlayStation. According to Polygon, who we're going to roast later on in another topic, PS5 fans are flocking to piracy as Sony plans to ditch physical games. Sony's decision surrounding digital games and media on PlayStation products leads to unintended consequences. That's like a Half-Life 2 reference if you guys don't know. I don't know if they wanted to make it a Half-Life 2 reference, but I do know that it is a Half-Life 2 reference. But anyway, so what's going on? I mean, listen, ultimately at the end of the day, we all knew this was going to be, probably what's going to happen, right? Because again, I don't advocate for piracy personally, but I'm not going to sit here and be ignorant to the fact that people are probably going to go down this route if you decide to, if you decide to want to screw people over and force them into your ecosystem, give them no control over what they supposedly buy, even though, like, this is why they're getting sued right now. I don't know if you guys remember, and we're going to get into that in a second, but I don't know if you guys remember, they're getting sued right now. PlayStation is getting sued, and they're getting sued because of their wording and their choice of wording that they use on their store. And I think this should happen all across the board, because we live in a world where they're trying to tell us that we don't own our digital media. Meanwhile, they use very definitive terms like buy now, buy, or, you know, basically terms that will allude to someone thinking they're buying something instead of renting something, right? So I actually want to see what happens from that particular lawsuit. But one thing I want to touch on really quick before we get into the piracy is that PlayStation has been trying to tell all of us that digital media is the king and that, you know, barely anybody buys physical. We kind of debunked that on yesterday's stream and yesterday's topics. But today, you know, I came across this particular story about how apparently the physical disk drives for PlayStation 5 are in such high demand that it is now limited to one person per order. One. That's how high demand it is. Like, why would it be in such high demand if physical media isn't important to people? That just kind of seems odd to me. It's in such a high demand that you have to limit it to one per order now. I don't know. I just think that's a little bit freaking strange. But anyway, we'll get into that later on. Let's talk about the piracy thing and see what's going on with this nonsense. So early in 2026, rumors spread that hackers had discovered a way to jailbreak the PS5 console. Now, the crazy thing is, the PS5 console getting jailbroken, it happened with like a random physical copy for a certain video game. I forgot what game it was. I'm sure you guys know which one it is. I don't know if this article is going to mention it. But it's crazy how that particular video game allowed hackers to get access to the PS5 BIOS and essentially jailbreak the system. It's crazy, bro. And this is another reason why. I think this is part of the reason why they want to go against, Star Wars Racers. There you go. They want to go against physical media because of stuff like that. They don't want to take any risk. They want such control over their ecosystem that they don't want anybody to have anything unless they allow you to. That's kind of how it goes. No, it wasn't Gotham Knights. No, I think it was Star Wars Racers. I think it was. Yeah, I think the chat is right on that. So anyway, jailbreaking, as the name implies, is when a user overrides a piece of hardware's original programming, which I know a lot of you guys know already. Jailbreaking can allow the illegal distribution of digital games, but it also theoretically opens the door for game backups and homebrew support. Ironically, the method discovered in January of this year required using a random physical Star Wars game. So yeah, it was Star Wars. It was Star Wars Racers. Okay. So now 6 months later, the scene has completely exploded. Hackers have devised a number of ways to jailbreak PS5 consoles, especially those running early firmware versions. This is kind of the reason why I feel like they want to shorten the lifespan of this particular generation, even though I feel like this generation was barely tapped in its capability. I feel like there was little to almost nothing that made this generation stand out as special. But I feel like they're moving on to the next system as soon as possible, because the faster they do that, the faster they could gain control back of their ecosystem by having a digital-only console and forcing people to buy digital-only. That's kind of what I feel like is going on, you know? Danny says Stellar Blade. Yeah, but the thing is, Stellar Blade, even though it was exclusive for a short amount of time on PlayStation, at the end of the day, it's a multi-platform video game. So I'm not going to give that W to PlayStation, especially now that they're not even doing exclusivity with PlayStation anymore, and they're a multi-platform video game day one with the sequel. So they said fuck PlayStation 2. So I'm not giving PlayStation that W. I don't consider that to be a W for PlayStation. And it actually sold way more on PC anyway, so it doesn't matter. So then it says that folks with the jailbroken PS5s are using their system to download modern and retro games alike, install file managers, and expand media playback options, right? So Sony's recent PS5 announcement has understandably made a lot of people upset. Some have responded to the news by declaring that they will no longer support Sony products. Others are expressing their anger by turning to piracy. You know, either way you go, whether it's if you want to go with the piracy route, or you want to just say, fuck Sony. I've seen people cancel their PlayStation Plus. Realistically, I'm not expecting that many people to cancel. Unfortunately, I just don't know like what the limit is for most normies to say, you know what, this is fucking dumb. And I really want to feel as if this physical media, outrage is happening right now is definitely one of those things to wake people up a little bit. But at the end of the day, man, people are just asleep, bro. That's really what it is. People are just fucking asleep. And I really don't know what to really expect with this one. This is hard to call. Now, are they going to feel some backlash from this? Sure. Are they going to get some cancellations? Yeah, probably. But realistically, all they're going to do is going to raise the price of the PlayStation Plus again. We all know it's coming. I've said this many times. They're going to raise the price of the PlayStation Plus again before the release of Grand Theft Auto, most likely. And that's going to offset any of the negativity that they receive from people unsubscribing. And they're going to do it before their next earnings call, because that way, the money that they gain from the people that stick around will offset the money they lose from the people that leave. That's what I think is going to happen, personally. But anyway, but according to Google, this is where it actually gets pretty interesting. According to Google, as of this writing, searches for the terms PS5 jailbreak have risen about 20% in just the last 24 hours. Guys, think about that, man. 20% in the last 24 hours is wild. That is a lot, bro. That is crazy. Yeah, that's insane. Numerous videos focusing on the PS5 jailbreak scene or jailbreak tutorials have attracted comments from the past day referencing Sony's digital pivot. Bro, so if that's only in the first 24 hours, I can only imagine, like, think about what that means in terms of numerical searches. That's crazy, bro. People are out there and they're ready to just fuck Sony over. Who is here after the last week of PlayStation literally trying to commit seppuku? One commenter wrote on a popular video detailing PS5 jailbreak options. Fuck Sony, fuck Rockstar, fuck this generation, another user wrote. We all know why you are here, another YouTuber commenter said with a shushing emoji. On the PS5 jailbreak subreddit, weekly visitors have gone up about 10,000 people. Oh my God, dude. 10,000 people since late May. Prices for a Star Wars game reportedly used to enable the jailbreak have also risen on eBay as well. In January, it averaged about $250, but now the same game is costing $300 to $400, bro. I mean, I feel like, I don't know, man. Is this going to kill them? No, of course not. Is this going to hurt them? I don't know, maybe. But realistically, I feel like anybody who walks away from a closed-off ecosystem is just better off in the long run, right? Even if it doesn't kill the company, it really doesn't matter. If you end up starting to get people to wake up and walk away from an ecosystem that wants to do nothing but just plain old hurt you, I consider that to be a win. Even if you can make one person realize what's going on and have them walk away, you know, because it's hard to walk away. It really is. It's hard to walk away, especially if you're like heavily invested. It's hard to walk away. Or if you grew up essentially like only playing PlayStation, I could definitely understand that. But if it helps even one person walk away, I feel like that's a good thing. Or even if they're not going to walk away, if it helps one person become educated and at least understand what's happening, that's also kind of a win too, you know? So news of the PlayStation Store shuttering into older platforms also appears to have stirred interest in piracy. That's another thing too. So we talked about it yesterday. It's actually amazing because the PlayStation 3 store and the PS Vita store are also shutting down too. Blur says, PC, to be fair, you don't own your games with Steam. You absolutely do. You absolutely do. There's a way to own your games on Steam. I'm not going to tell you what it is, but you absolutely can. If you want to, you 100% can. People do it all the time. You absolutely can. And it's a hell of a lot easier than it is on PlayStation. But you can figure that out. But yeah, it's actually, and yeah, you got GOG as well if you really want to do it like legit. You have GOG also. So, and I mean, again, even if you don't want to do the the thing, I'm just gonna call it the thing, right? If you don't want to do the thing with Steam, at the end of the day, Steam, for the most part, has like a 99% ratio of proving that they're not going to take away video games from you. Even if they get delisted, canceled, banned, whatever. They're really good with that. I mean, I literally proved it yesterday. We played Transformers War for Cybertron, a video game you cannot get legit on any platform right now. You can't buy it on any platform. You can't buy it on Steam, can't buy it on GOG or anything like that. You know, it's all completely, it's unavailable. Now, obviously, you could buy a key if you want to spend hundreds of dollars, if you want to get it legit that way. Or you could buy physical for cheaper. You could buy it for like 50, 60 bucks for PS3 or Xbox or anything like that. You could do that. But yeah, in terms of like getting it legit, you can't even get it anymore, but we still have it. Mind you, the servers are all down for that game, you know? The servers are all down for that game. So, but you can still play the game. We played it yesterday. It was fun. You know? Bolski, yeah, exactly. Steam itself is not necessarily the DRM. The publishers are the one with the DRM. Yeah, well, it depends. Like, Steam has interesting contracts in place with these publishers that are not the same as it is on Sony or Xbox. But anyway, moving on. So, yeah, the PS3 store and the PS Vita store are shutting down. So, naturally, with those stores shutting down, there are going to be people that are going to be actively seeking those video games, and they're going to pirate them, most likely. They're going to pirate them. So, that just is what it is. So, I don't really know, like, what Sony plans to do to combat this other than try to rush into the next console generation. That's the only thing that I can see them doing. They're going to try to rush into the console generation, the next one, as fast as possible because they want to leave this one behind. They feel like they have the win. They ripped the Band-Aid off. They announced the no more physical media, and now it's time to hurry up. Now it's time to get to their dreamland, right? This is like Sephiroth looking for the promised land, you know, of the ancients. That's what it is. And Sony's like, yeah, we need to like hurry up. We need to get to that immediately. So that way we can have our what do you call it? Our golden land of nothing, but we own everything and they own nothing. That's what they want. I know Sephiroth lost in the end. I know. I'm hoping that happens here, but I guess we'll see what happens. But yeah, that's basically it for the piracy story. We got more. We're gonna go over more, but yeah, it's pretty interesting. All right, let me resume TTS. We'll catch up on Super Chats, and then we're gonna get to the next topic. Let's go. What do we got? Who's here? Let's see. Hold on, it's gonna talk. Give it a second.
I got a gaming laptop to record for my gaming channel. The other I bought GTA 4 on Steam for $6 and installed some mods to fix the PC stuttering.
Nice, bro. Kratos, thank you for the 10. That's
All
awesome.
PlayStation
That's
games
awesome. Thank you
better
for the
say
10.
rent in yellow paint from now on.
It really should say that. That's what that lawsuit's about. It should say that. It
Funny
should say
because
you're
they're the
renting
ones who stay getting hacked, but they want to go full digital. Nah, hard pass.
We haven't even talked about that possibility, which is crazy.
Sony
Kratos.
act like an
Thank you for the
external
vibe.
USB DVD player isn't $20.
Right? Bro, a lot of people
Between
have external
Sony and
players.
Nintendo,
Thank you for the
I'm
2.
not sure who is worse.
Right now, Sony, ironically.
Xbox
Thank you for the
has
489.
games that are no longer buyable but are still downloadable if you previously owned a digital copy.
Well, there you go, Tanya. Exactly.
Happy
Thank you for the
4th.
5. Exactly.
Let the tears of Sony flow like the rivers of ancient Babylon.
Yo, happy 4th, Big Key. Thank you for
What
the 5.
would be on PS6 they killed off their franchise?
You know, to be honest with you, Creators Freedom, I think what's gonna happen with the PS6, first off, like I said, they're gonna rush. They're they're sprinting. They're trying to get to 2028 like immediately. They're sprinting. They want to get, I'm telling you, those systems are coming out in 2028. Or maybe like holiday season 2027. But I don't really think so. I think it's gonna be 2028, most likely. But it could be holiday 2027. Regardless, they're sprinting to get to that because they just ultimately really want to be able to control their ecosystem. And I think what they'll do is they will pad the PS6 with like upgraded versions of the PS5 video games that sold the most. Kind of like what Nintendo did with the Switch 2. They'll pad it with all those games. And they'll be like, look, you could buy, upgraded versions of these games. They'll start with like 10 games or something. And they'll maybe do one exclusive. Maybe one. 2 at most, but I doubt it. It'll probably be 1 exclusive. And then they'll ride with that for like 2 years. They're basically going to do the same shit. But the only difference is that they'll have full control over everything. Basically the same thing they did with PS5, they're going to do with PS6. Basically. That's essentially, that's what I think is going to happen. Because there's no way they're going to have all these video games available for PS6. Like, they're just not. Especially since Wolverine's coming out on PS5. Intergalactic Heritage Prophet's coming out on PS5. Like, these games are just going to get upgraded versions on PS6. That's all. That's what I think is going to happen. But thank you for the 2. Appreciate you, man. Let me check over on Rumble really quick. Rumble, what do we got? Anything? Nope. Rumble's clear. All right, let's go. Let's keep going. I'm pausing TTS. Thank you guys for all the support on this amazing July 4th. Thank you for hanging out with me today. I appreciate that very much. I'm sorry I can't do an SNH. You guys know I do not miss SNH for almost anything unless it's a very good reason, and family is a good reason. So that's just what it is. All right, let's keep going, guys. Let's make fun of Polygon. Let's make fun of Polygon. And then we're going to talk about the Steam Machine after this. So disappointed in Valve, man. It's crazy. All right, let's see. What do we got? Where is it at? Where is it at? Right here. All right, let's go. Let's do this. All right, boys. We got to talk about Polygon. And you're probably wondering why we got to talk about Polygon. Why them of all people? Well, the reason why we got to talk about Polygon is because they did exactly what I said that they were going to do many months ago. And you're probably wondering, like, what are you talking about? Like, what's the deal? Well, in case you guys are unaware, first, let's backtrack. Polygon put out a tweet, which leads to an article that has now gone viral, okay? And that particular article is, 8 years later, let's all admit that Red Dead Redemption 2 is a terrible video game, okay? So obviously, that is extremely inflammatory, right? Extremely inflammatory. And a lot of you guys are probably in the chat right now or in the comment section, and you're thinking to yourself, what? Like, this has got to be BS, right? Let me explain to you what is going down, all right? Before we read the nonsense of the article, because I want you to look, 6.3 million views on Twitter, getting ratioed, right? On X or whatever, Twitter X, doesn't matter. Getting ratioed, right? So obviously most people disagree. But the thing is, they know that. They know that most people disagree. Let me expose the mindset behind these new articles that are happening over at Polygon. Because a month or two ago, we discussed on SNH the revelation that Valnet, the company that owns Polygon, has changed up the commission structure for their journalists. And they are now paying them, anywhere between $3 to $8 per 1,000, clicks on their article, right? And I told you guys a month or two ago, you better get ready for all the rage bait, because it's going to happen. Like, this is what's going to happen when you have a click to pay structure for these journalists, right? Let's check it out. Let me explain exactly what's going on and why I believe this to be nonsense, okay? So first and foremost, when Valnet took over Polygon, they ended up firing a bunch of the editorial staff, the journalists and whatnot. They fired a lot of people. They had a complete overhaul. And then on top of that, they decided that they were going to change the payment structure for these journalists. Valnet, the parent company of game websites including Polygon, Game Rant, DualShockers, and other, including The Gamer, by the way, which The Gamer has been doing this, just FYI, has announced a new payment structure for some writers over at the site at The Gamer, and they're starting off with The Gamer, but I'm sure it's happening everywhere now. According to current and former workers, where those writers were once paid a flat rate or per article written, their compensation will now be tied to how many sessions an article gets. Workers say this represents a massive pay cut that for some, which mainly the bad journalists, could make continuing to work for the site impossible. They said, we are writing to inform you of a new and exciting performance-based bonus system coming to The Gamer. According to Valnet, an email that affected workers viewed by the Aftermath said that the new system effective May 22nd will replace all current compensation structures, including base payments and pay per post. Oh, so now it's pay per session. Oh, okay, it's different. Okay, wow. Valnet calls this new system pay per session, or PPS, saying that it rewards top-performing articles. Under the new structure, workers could receive anywhere between $3 to $8 per 1,000 sessions, depending on their role in an article. An editor on a story would fall under the $3 rate, or a written article, which workers who spoke to Aftermath explained means one that was edited will receive $5 per 1,000 sessions. Self-published articles will fall into the $8 category, which workers explain applies to when an article writer also handles tasks related to putting the article in the CMS. Workers say most articles the gamers publish would fall under this particular highest tier. In every case, Valnet wrote that this pay structure will be limited to 15 days per post published. Okay, so then it says, the PPS model gives you more direct control over your earnings. Valnet wrote, continuing that writers can now earn up to $2,500 per article based on traffic, keywords traffic, performance. So now that we know all of this, now we can go back and understand what's going on here, right? We can understand what's going on here. Again, I told you guys that they were going to specifically do clickbait stuff. And it's so funny to me because these journalists are the ones that they hate us so much. They hate the YouTubers so much. They say that we're rage baiters. What's another one that they say? Oh, my favorite one, by the way, that I think sounds really badass. Outrage merchants. we are outrage merchants. I'm sorry, man. That is honestly amazing. Like being called an outrage merchant sounds really cool. I sound like an NPC in an MMO RPG or something like that. You know, I really like that one. I hope they still keep using that one. Like Grifter is really boring. Grifter is really boring. I don't really like Grifter. But outrage merchant is pretty cool, personally. And you know, whatever else they come up with. But yeah, so this is why they are doing this, okay? This is why they're doing this, because it's all about the new pay structure. Now, I cannot confirm that pay structure has hit Polygon yet, but considering that this announcement was like a while ago at this point, I gotta imagine that it's hit pretty much everything. So I decided to check out the article by Ford James and see what exactly is going on here. So it says, at the time, I was writing for a now defunct video game website, and in celebration of one of the most highly anticipated games of all time launching, we were given the day off. In hindsight, with 8 years of industry experience under my belt, that's a baffling decision, but I wasn't complaining at the time. Unfortunately, within a few hours of slogging through the snow, setting up camp at Horseshoe Overlook, and discovering Valentine, I was bored out of my skull. It says, listen, I'm not just hating to be contrarian for the sake of it. Are you sure about that? Are you sure about that? Because hating to be contrarian is kind of like what Atreus does, you know? Atreus does that with Red Dead Redemption 2. You can't, like, if you ask him why he hates Red Dead Redemption 2, he won't be able to tell you. He has no idea. So he says, I'm not trying to be contrarian. I wanted to love the game. The original RDR had me weeping during that unforgettable, devastating final scene. And Grand Theft Auto 5 is one of my all-time favorites, too. So I was all set for Rockstar's next major outing to blow me away. Arguably, it did, but not in the way I was expecting. At the time, Red Dead Redemption 2 was one of the most detailed games I've ever played. Listen, I'm going to tell you what it is. I'm going to tell you what it is flat out, okay? Red Dead Redemption 2, or video games that are detailed and slower like Red Dead Redemption 2, are never going to work for the people that don't have the capability to be able to sit there and kind of just experience things, you know? Like, it's got to be constant action. These people like have ADD. They don't have the ability to actually sit down and like experience a video game like that is over focused on realism, because that's what Red Dead Redemption 2 is. Like, it's a little bit slower paced, and even looking at the game itself and the technology that's available to you, look at the guns that are available to you. Of course, it's going to be slower paced. You know, like it's not like a Grand Theft Auto that has modern technology, modern weaponry that can allow faster paced action. That's not what it's going to be. Red Dead Redemption 2 is always going to be that slower paced video game. And these guys just can't handle video games like that. So I guarantee you it has something to do with his attention span. But anyway, it says, take, for example, 170 different kinds of animals, each with different habitats and behaviors, and many of them require bait to attract them while you lie in wait. The problem is that with Rockstar leading so far into realism, Red Dead Redemption 2 may be impressive, but it isn't fun. What? How is Red Dead not fun? What do we do? Slowly following the scent of a bear, setting a trap, then hiding in a bush for minutes on end isn't engaging gameplay. Another example is that looting is astoundingly detailed. The ability to search through every individual drawer and the fact that the game doesn't just open an inventory screen in its UI is commendable, but it takes so long. Oh my god, bro. What? Various core mechanics of the game are nothing short of clunky too. Take riding a horse, for example. I'm not expecting the same level of precision I'd find when driving a car in GTA 5, but because it's a live animal with legs instead of wheels after all. But I would expect the game's primary transport method to be relatively smooth, and while it is easy going across flat open terrain, making sharp turns, riding across the... Bro, you're literally... I'm actually getting a little upset. The rage bait's working. The rage bait's absolutely working. Are you seriously complaining about a horse acting too much like a horse? What the fuck are we... Like, there's no way. There's no way, right? Like, that can't be a thing. So, like, yeah, you're not going to be able to take your horse up a fucking mountain and be able to... What? It's not a helicopter, bro. Like, it's not going to be smooth. They wanted it by design. It's a horse. Nah, bro, he's rage baiting. Hold on, wait. He's absolutely rage baiting. And you know what's funny too? What's funny is that this is put under spicy takes. This is put under spicy takes on their website. So spicy takes on their website is essentially their new way of trying to garner money for their regular news that nobody looks at. Maybe it's me. Maybe I'm the problem. You definitely are the problem. Being unable to keep my attention on the game during these slower moments is most likely a symptom of my ADHD. Fuck you, man. I literally called it, bro. I literally called it, bro. This is absolute bullshit. This entire fucking article is bullshit, bro. Yeah, I'm done here. I'm done here. I'm done here, bro. Fuck this person. It's so obvious. It's so obvious. It's always the people that are like, oh, I have ADHD. So because you have ADHD, that suddenly means that a horse should not act like a horse. I don't understand that particular criticism. Like, I can understand if you find like the trapping of animals or like the following of scents and stuff like that to be boring or whatever. Fine. I'll let you whatever. You could rock out with that. But bro, like complaining about the fact that the horse doesn't ride as smooth as a car. It's not going to, bro. It's a fucking horse, man. It's a horse, my guy. I don't understand, like, how can you... I don't know. Anyway, but in an era with so many people have shorter attention spans anyway, due to short-form content consumption and the sheer breadth of entertainment media available, I think Red Dead Redemption 2 falls on the wrong side of the line. That's not the fault of Red Dead Redemption 2. That's not the fault of RDR. That's the fault of people in general. Just because people have shorter attention spans doesn't mean that RDR has to be a faster-paced action game in order to make up for people's shorter attention span. That's on you, brother. Maybe you should stop looking at TikTok if you're having trouble keeping up with attention spans, you know? I don't understand. Does Hypnotic ever get tired of watching Rickroll on his TV? Considering he's been on my TV for like over a month now, I'm going to say no. With GTA 6 coming before the end of the year, I can only hope Rockstar dials back the realism a touch. Yeah, but the thing is, with GTA, it is a modern world with modern technology and modern weaponry. So naturally, with all of those modern things, you can design a realistic video game that is also faster paced. You know, you got fast cars, you got rapid fire weapons, you got explosive weapons, you got all that shit. Naturally, you could design a video game that's going to be a little bit more on the faster side of things while also maintaining its realism, you know, and kind of like based in like a, I don't know, like a real world and stuff like that. I just don't understand. I don't get it. And then you start to realize, oh, these are the people that gave Mixtape a 10 out of 10. And they said it was the most amazing video game ever. Keyword game, right? So they're complaining about RDR being too slow, but then they just love Mixtape. Gee, I wonder why. Could it be because Mixtape plays it for you? Gee, I wonder why. Anyway, that's basically what Polygon. All I want to say is, when you see these tweets, okay? When you see these tweets, I understand how easy it is to fall for the bait. To click like or comment or repost or whatever. Like, I understand that. But these people are banking on that. They're banking on giving you really bad fucking takes in order to engagement farm. Because the more popular they become on Twitter, the more likely their article is going to get a ton of clicks and a ton of comments. This is going to be the new normal now. And I find it amazing that the people that complained about YouTubers being clickbaiters and stuff like that are also the ones that are doing exactly that with their own particular articles. It's honestly, it's amazing. It really is amazing. So just try not to fall for it is all I'm saying. That's all. Because they're also blue check marks, so that means they're going to get money on Twitter as well. Usually anyway. All right, let's resume the TTS, and then we're going to get into some more topics. Let's go. What do we got, man? Ravixi, the first one up, I think.
At Vice Admiral Deku of Mars 5372 celebrates 6 months of membership.
Sony keeps doing everything to look evil. Surprised nobody's gone Shogorath at this point. Cheese for everyone, discs for nobody. Maddening.
Yo, Vice Admiral, thank you for
Polygon,
6 months.
Blue check mark, extra money. Easy math.
Easy. That's what it is, Ravixi. That's exactly what it is, bro.
Happy 4th of July.
Yo, happy 4th to you, my man.
Will there
Thank
be
you,
a
Ravixi.
Waifu Battle end of the stream?
Yes, there's going to be a waifu battle, sir. Thank you for the 10,
4th
Mr.
of
10.
July
Thank
bigots.
you. Yo, happy 4th, Xavier. Thank you, sir, for the 2.
Totes,
Yes,
totes.
there's going to be a waifu battle.
Just got my 6 chest from the outrage merchant. It took me 9 hours of grinding BRD.
Yo, nice, bro. Shout out to you, Zeroist.
Why don't he just
Thank
test
you for the 5.
and
That's awesome.
play something else? Oh yeah, right, those Urialists don't even like to play games.
Well, because the reason why they won't play anything else is because they know, like, guys, it's not about being genuine, right? It's not about, like, it's so funny, man. These people project all the time. You outrage merchants. That's literally what you're doing. We know you're not genuine about this. They specifically chose one of the most popular video games in history. Like, Red Dead Redemption is one of the most top-selling video games of all time. Okay? Literally all time in history. It's not even close. They choose those video games to write rage piece articles for because they know that most people are going to disagree with them, and they want people to actually disagree with them. They want people to click the article mad and shit and comment. They want that. That's what they want. It's obvious. That's what they want. That's the goal, you know? But thank you for the 5. I appreciate that, man. Let me go over to Rumble really quick. Rumble, I think we're clear. Let me just double check. Yes, we are clear on Rumble. Shout out to Mighty Megatron. I see you on Rumble, man. How you doing? All right, boys, let's keep going. Hypno going to be clicking them harder? Yeah, right. Yeah, right. Let me X out all this nonsense with ValNet. Guys, we got to talk about Marvel. Actually, you know what? Fuck that. We're going to talk about Steam. We're going to talk about Valve because they're disappointing as shit right now. Let me pause the TTS. Guys, we need to talk about Steam and the Steam machine. No bueno. It's no bueno. All right, just because we like Steam, it doesn't mean that we let shit like this slide because it's unacceptable. Boys, so apparently there's reports going around, and again, the extent of these reports, to be fair, is not massive right now, okay? It is definitely on the lower side of things. However, if it does potentially become something that's massive, that is really, really unacceptable. So some people were hyped for the Steam machine. Most people were disappointed by the Steam machine, but ultimately it found its buyers. And there are people that are reporting that the Steam machine has its own version of the Red Ring of Death. Now, one thing that I was very curious about with the Steam machine is that obviously being a very small 6x6x6 box, airflow has to be a problem, right? Like airflow, you would have to figure out a way for airflow to I don't know, like I guess be a thing. Like you have to figure out a way, because I gotta imagine that it gets really hot in there, and it's gonna cause the components failing, right? So anyway, let's talk about this. History doesn't always repeat itself, but it often rhymes, as one Steam machine owner discovered a familiar fatal error alert. So now, if you see the picture here, you can see the red line of death. All right, that's what we're calling it, red line of death, right? The red line of death happens apparently when you have a GPU failure, okay? So this is the system having a GPU failure, to my understanding, but we'll talk about this. So let's go up here. It says, last month, Valve finally began shipping the anticipated Steam machine, albeit at a much higher price tag. Players were excited to crack into the new PC console hybrid. It's not a console, but anyway. Though one only got about 20 minutes in before experiencing the red line of death. My problem with these stories, right? My problem with these stories is that if your system is failing 20 minutes in, either you did something insane or you must have got like a really bad particular system. Like sometimes that does happen with technology. So I'm a little bit cautious of stories like this when they're like, yeah, 20 minutes in, the system failed. I don't know. It just sounds a little bit egregious, but let's see what happened. So the Steam machine was pretty cool for 20 minutes that it worked. According to Reddit user Me Hill, he said he got 5 minutes of No Man's Sky in, and then I installed the update that the machine had available, and it bricked itself. Okay, interesting. If you're still in the queue, look on the bright side. They're presumably going to iron this crap out. So supposedly he installed an update and it bricked the system. I don't see how that would happen. I mean, I've had the Steam Deck for a long time, right? I've had the Steam Deck for a long, long time. And I've gone through multiple updates, like an insane amount of updates. And I've never had a situation where the Steam Deck like bricked itself. And I know they're treating the Steam machine with the same kind of layout. What could they have done? That's weird. Valve, you got to fix your shit if that's the case. The poster Steam machine had a glowing red line along the bottom right half where you would ideally see blue. Regrettably, this configuration means that the console has suffered a GPU failure. according to Steam guides for its HAL 9000 style LED displays. At first, it appeared to leave the console bricked, though after leaving the system unplugged for a day and some users suggested BIOS stuff, the Steam machine sprang back to life. Oh, so it's not okay, so it's not officially dead. All right, it's not officially dead. All right, so at least that's good for him. But sincerely, if this has to do with an update directly from Valve, that's a bad problem. That's a bad problem. It has inevitably flooded back memories of the Red Ring of Death, the infamous light pattern the Xbox 360 used to flag down its numerous fatal hardware issues. This often required replacing units that would cost Microsoft over $1 billion over the 360's lifetime. The Steam Machine error seems far rarer so far, though it's funny Valve would even tempt fate by incorporating it. Well, again, it's not even that it's not like they incorporated this on purpose. You know what I mean? Like you have to have LED showcases for certain failures within a system. I mean, if you built a PC, you would understand that on your motherboard there is LED lights to show you when something's failing or not. There's different color codes to show you what's happening in your system. So it's not like that's a Steam Machine thing. It's just a PC thing. Everybody, like, you got colors on your motherboard for that exact reason, you know? But at the end of the day, like, I'm glad that at least it seems like it's only this one person. So I'm gonna say that at least it's not happening quite often. However, it's still a little worrisome because if it actually did happen from an update, this would mean we have to take the man at his word, right? So it's only one person. So if it actually happened because of an update, why didn't it happen to everyone else? That's my question. Why didn't it happen to anybody else that has a Steam machine that had to install the same exact update? It's not like people have different graphics cards in their systems. Everybody has the same GPU. So if everybody did that update, then I don't understand how he's the only one that has the problem. Maybe it's a fluke. Maybe it's bait. I don't know, to be honest with you. It could be honestly bullshit. But realistically, all I'm saying is that I'm sure at the end of the day of a couple of things. Number one, at least when it comes to the Steam machine, at the very least, okay, I would say that if something actually does go wrong, I know Valve would 100% replace it. There's no doubt about it because they've done it with the Steam Decks. They've absolutely done it with the Steam Decks. I'm sure they'll do it with the what do you call it, with the Steam machine. You know, there's always going to be like a couple of defects in some machines that just naturally happens. But I don't really think that this is something to like go crazy about just yet. Just yet. I don't think it's something to go crazy about just yet. But if this does start to spread and you do see other people reporting red lines of death, well, that's going to be a problem. And I really hope that Steam does not have that problem because I was always very concerned over the size of the box in terms of cooling. And I feel like, you know, heat, really bad heat would lead to a GPU failure. So yeah, just be a little bit wary. Like, don't fucking like surround your Steam machine with things that could block airflow. Like, I feel like people would try to accessorize their Steam machine and put especially women, they'll put all kinds of plants and shit around it. Like, yeah, don't do that. don't do that. Hey, no, don't do that. Wrap a towel around it and shake it. Don't do that, bro. Do not do that. But we'll just have to wait and see. But this is just an early report on it. So that's all it is. As of right now, nothing to freak out about. But again, if it does become a major issue, I will be the first one to obviously tell you guys. But that's basically it, boys. On the Steam machine, red line of death. Just for that one guy anyway. All right, let's continue. Resume queue. I don't think anything came in. I'm pretty sure nothing came in. Let me just double check. Hold on. No, okay, we're good. Oh, wait, Rumble? Yeah, we're good on Rumble. All right, guys, we're going to talk about Marble Tokon now. Let's talk about Marble Tokon. You seen VTuber girls putting their cats on them? Bro, I'm telling you, they will absolutely do that. Disgusting article. Tiger King hates articles, guys. He doesn't like articles. Hey, Mr. Rouge, what's going on, bro? Fremont fan control, change the pit value, smaller digit makes the fan run faster. Well, there you go. Mr. Rouge knows everything, bro. He knows everything. Tiger King says, I despise articles. Guys, Tiger King despises something. News at 11. You know? He's consistent. Oh, he's very consistent. Yeah, he is. He is very consistent. All right, guys, does he despise them? Yes, he despises them. He only likes picture articles. That's true. That's why he reads manga. All right, let's keep going. Let's talk about Marble Tokon. Very important things happening right now with Marble Tokon, which is a video game that I'm actually really excited about. You guys know that. Let's talk about Marvel Tokon. I'm excited about this game. I've been wanting to play this game. You guys have been very kind to gift it to me. Thank you so much for that. I'm going to be playing it day one. Cannot wait to play this game. However, it seems like Sony, is pulling their typical, let's mess around and see what gamers are willing to, accept. So Sony Interactive Entertainment has opted to block the purchase of Marvel Tokon Fighting Souls on PC in 130 countries, right? The game cannot be purchased on Steam or the Epic Game Store, where the PlayStation Network is officially unavailable. Now, something like this has happened before, okay? If you guys remember with Held Average 2, when they decided that after 3 months of launching the game, they were going to try to force people into essentially signing up for PlayStation, right? And then if you didn't sign up for PlayStation, you won't be able to continue playing the game. They ended up backtracking on that, but when they did that, it led to Held Average 2 getting banned in the same countries, the 130 countries. It's because PlayStation Network is not available in those countries. And even though the game has a single-player version to it, right, you don't have to play Marvel Tokon online. You can play it single-player, right? But the problem is they want to keep you connected to the PlayStation Network, 24/7. They want to keep the game connected all the time. So even though it has a single-player component, they're still not going to sell you the game no matter what because there is no PlayStation Network available in those areas. So let's kind of go over it and see. It's actually a little over 130 countries, but anyway, that's basically the thing. Sony is under fire yet again for blocking Marvel Tokon in 132 countries on PC. Now, again, just to reiterate, I'm really excited for Marvel Tokon. We just recently reacted to the trailer showcasing the last round of 4 characters that had Blade and I think Ghost Rider in it. Loki was in it, right? Like all these characters, super excited for them. But again, just because I'm excited for the game doesn't mean we kind of just let this slide. So it has not been a good week for Sony, which we already know. Things keep getting worse and worse. Marvel Tokon Fighting Souls fans have been complaining this weekend that the Japanese company has blocked the fighter's PC release from a whopping 132 countries. It's the same issue which has reared its ugly head before. The PSN is technically only supported in a handful of countries, and as an account is required for the ArcSys fighter, anyone from said nations is going to be out of luck. On the PS5, players from unsupported regions can get around the restrictions by making an account from another country. It's technically against the terms of service, but it's a gray area on consoles which has been recognized as a workaround since the inception of the PSN. But this isn't possible on storefronts like Steam. However, as the game is simply not available in the unsupported countries, and using a VPN is a quick route to getting your account banned. Ouch. There you go. Various PC games from Sony have suffered the same setback over years, including Stellar Blade, but developer ShiftUp was able to use its clout to get the publisher to change its mind. So again, listen, man, Sony has changed their mind on this multiple times, okay? They changed their mind with Stellar Blade. They changed their mind with Held Average 2. It's pretty obvious that this is not something that's required. They're only trying to make it required if people allow it to be required, right? So they've already backtracked multiple times. There's no reason why they can't backtrack again on this particular title. They're choosing not to. They're taking yet another shot at it because they know that this game is going to be very popular. Right? Anytime a video game is very popular, they'll take every opportunity that they possibly can to try their best in order to get you to do what they want what they want you to do. That's what it is. I think if people make a big enough stink about this, they could probably backtrack, but ultimately, fighting games usually don't have that level of player base, sadly. Like, fighting games, yeah, they're popular, but they've never been, like, super popular like that in terms of numbers. Like, they're not like a Monster Hunter, for example. So, I don't know if they're going to have that level of pull in order to be able to, pull it off, but we would have to see. As the Korean-owned studio owned the IP, though, it was probably a bit easier for them to throw its weight around. While ArcSys is the developer of Marvel Tokon, Sony completely owns the franchise. So will this be resolved? Well, to be fair, the platform holder has eased its PSN restrictions in previous titles, so it's possible. Given the emphasis on online multiplayer here, though, I do wonder if Marvel Tokon may just become a victim of the creaky and dated nature of PlayStation's online infrastructure. You mean the same one that gets hacked all the time? Probably, right? Sony has no feet left. I don't know, man. I just think that Sony is on a speed run. right? They're on a speed run to try their best to essentially get to that end goal of just controlling everything, bro. That's really what it is. I know, like, I know that comes into the conversation quite often, especially now, but realistically, it's just a thing where they just want to get to like point B as fast as possible now that they've already left point A. This is the point of no return, right? This is Sony. Sony is on the point of no return. They don't care who they piss off at this point. They don't care who gets mad. They ripped off the Band-Aid. They told everybody their end game plan. Now it's time to get to that end game plan, and they don't care how many people they lose, because for them, the people they keep around are going to be worth more than the people they lose, which is why they already told you they're going to monetize you guys even more. Like the PlayStation Plus users, you guys will be monetized even more. Sony said so in order to make up for their losses. They've told you their plan. The mask is off at this point. Now it's like whether you agree with it or not. It's fine. You're a grown-ass adult. You can make your own decision from there. But this is what it is. They've already told you what their plan is. And now they're going to they're going to see it through. That's what it is. Cookie Kaiju says he canceled his PlayStation Plus this week. He's done with them. Fair enough. Fair enough. I mean, again, we ended up talking. I don't know if you guys remember really quick. Let me tell you something real quick. We ended up talking, what was it, like 5 months ago, 6 months ago? I don't know, something like that. We ended up discussing on stream how we looked at Grand Theft Auto Online, right? And we looked at, because it was leaked, right? Remember they got hacked, Rockstar got hacked, and they had the numbers for all the money that Grand Theft Auto Online made, right? They had all the numbers. And if you look at the numbers, the vast majority, bro, we're talking, if out of $1 million, 950,000 was PlayStation. The vast majority of the pay pigs and the whales and the people that just throw their money at anything are on PlayStation. There's no doubt about it. The numbers don't lie. The Xbox and PC were like barely anything, right? I think PC was either slightly ahead of Xbox or slightly below. I don't remember. But PlayStation has the vast majority of people that would just throw money at fucking anything. You know? So realistically, it makes sense that they want to try to close it in as much as possible, because they already know that most of the people that support them anyway financially and throw money at them are not going to leave. Most of them anyway, right? Most of like those hardcore PlayStation pay pigs, they're not going to leave, bro. You know, I see people rage baiting on X right now talking about like, yeah, I pay full price for my games. I pay full price for everything. Bro, you got people actually trying to flex the fact that they pay full price for all their video games. What kind of world do we live in where that is like a win? I don't know what world we live in where that's a win, but apparently that's a win. There's people out there that are doing that. Now, could they be rage baiting? Maybe. But it's like, what? Bro, people out there like, yeah, I don't give a shit about physical games. Yeah, I buy my games day one full price all the time. Like, bro, what kind of flex is that? Oh, thank you for being so kind to the multi-billion-dollar corporation. You know? Like, I can understand if you're trying to do that because you want to, like, support that particular franchise. Like, maybe you're a fan of, like, you know, I don't know. I'm trying to think of something. But, like, maybe you're a fan. If you're a fan of Stellar Blade or something, like, whatever. It doesn't matter. Whatever franchise, I can understand if you're, like, a super fan of that particular franchise or you really want to support the devs, then fine. Like, whatever. I'm not going to care. Like, you do what you want to do with your money. But if you're out here saying you buy every single video game full price just because reasons... Like, you think that makes you look good, or you think that, like, you're flexing on people? You're calling people brokies or something? Like, that's not a flex, man. That's not a fucking flex. What are you going to run around with, a PlayStation 5 flag instead of the American flag today? He probably has a PlayStation flag outside of his house. Oh, my God. 250 years of being a pay pig. Like, it's crazy, bro. But anyway, that's basically it for this story. And unfortunately... You know, for those people that are in those countries, they're not going to have access to these video games. And it sucks, man. It sucks. But realistically, you know, this is why the PC platform continues to grow past these consoles. They already have, but this is why the PC platform continues to grow. And again, it's keyword like PC platform doesn't mean Steam. I understand for a lot of people it does, but the beautiful thing about the PC platform is that it is open-ended. You can literally do whatever you want. And that's the selling point for the platform in general. So this is why the people who are leaving consoles on their own, by the way, it's not like Steam is advertising to them. Steam doesn't advertise on TV. They don't advertise in Target, Walmart, or anything. People are finding Steam, Epic Games, GOG, itch.io. Like, they're finding all these platforms after they research, and they're like, gee, this is actually really open-ended. You know, it's kind of awesome. You know, PC is about freedom. Ironically, we're celebrating freedom today, but PC is about freedom. And these people that are in these 130 countries, the more excluded they are by Sony, the more likely they are, if they want to play video games, to go search alternatives. And that's how they end up discovering things like the Steam Machine, the Steam Deck, even like, what's the other one? The ROG Ally X. Like, all these other companies making machinery that you can access PC gaming with. Or you can just buy a PC. Like, there's also that too, if you can afford it. You know? I think that's awesome. I don't consider that to be a bad thing. You know? I don't consider that to be a bad thing. So, all right, let me resume TTS, boys. Let's keep it going. I don't know if anything came in. Let me just double check. Hold on. Real quick. But I do still plan on playing Marvel Tokon. I'm going to be playing Marvel Tokon day one. Mighty Megatron. For a 2. Okay, let's flip words around. What do you do if you see a ship full of black Sony people sinking? You laugh.
Holy shit.
I keep thinking he's saying Marvel SOCOM. Bro, Marvel. No, well, forget Marvel. SOCOM. Don't get me started talking about SOCOM. Can we not do that? Can we not do that? Because you guys know, like, when we start talking about Final Fantasy, I don't shut the fuck up. But if we start talking about SOCOM US Navy SEALs, I will not shut the fuck up, bro. SOCOM US Navy SEALs was... I didn't start it. I wasn't saying Marvel SOCOM. I was saying Marvel Tokon. Bro. SOCOM US Navy SEALs was one of the best video games of all time. I don't give a fuck what anybody says. It was so ahead of its time. It was way ahead of its time. It was one of the first video games to have full voice chat. Bro, so ahead of its time. So good, man. SOCOM 2 is the best one. It also had the most hackers. Fuck those guys. I remember playing SOCOM US Navy SEALs, right? Playing that game, and bro, logging into a game and seeing a hacker fucking floating in the sky, like jumping up and down because it was glitching, and then like killing everybody on the map. Fuck those guys. But no, like SOCOM US Navy SEALs was amazing. It was amazing. It really was. I would always use a silenced M4A1. It was one of the most accurate fucking weapons, destructive. It was so good. So good, man. It was crazy. Anyway, they had lag switches. Exactly, they did. It was crazy, man. They had lobbies where you would go inside and talk to people, kind of similar to like Call of Duty lobbies. They weren't quite as egregious, but they were getting there. They were getting there. Hey, yo, Sam Fisher says it was mid. Bro, relax. Stop.
First, angry at you, Hypnotic.
No.
Second, PS and Xbox have horrible games lineup that not worth to buy a console, and PC offer better deals with less likely censorship.
Why are you angry at me? Why are you angry at me? What did I do? What did I do? Yeah, but I agree with you. Thank you for the 5. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. All right, let's guys, we gotta do Waifu Battle now. We're not at tier 1 or tier 2. We might be at tier 1 actually. We might be at tier 1. I don't know. I don't have anybody counting today. So, but we might be at tier 1 considering all the memberships earlier today, but I'm not exactly fully sure, to be honest with you. Just to be fair. So let's figure it out, boys. We're gonna do the Waifu Battle. If you guys haven't seen, by the way, more stories. The only story I have, actually, you know what? Let's do one more story. You want to do one more? You want to do one more? Let's do one more. We can do one more story. You want to do one more? Fuck it. Let's do it. Let me pause TTS. Let's do it. It's July 4th. Let's do it. One more story. One more story. Let's do that. Let's do it. Fuck it. Let's go. All right, boys. Listen, we got to talk about Xbox. All right? We got to talk about Xbox because there are major shakeups happening at Xbox. All right? So listen, there are rumors going around that on Monday, all right, Monday is going to be the day where apparently there's going to be major announcements with Xbox. We don't know if that's actually true or not. We got to wait and see, obviously. But we got to talk about Xbox because we've already heard of all the stuff that's been going down, rumors about Compulsion Games potentially being closed down, obviously, or like firing people. It's pretty much been confirmed. It's not even rumors at this point because their LinkedIn have a bunch of developers saying they're ready to work and all kinds of things happening. There was rumors about Obsidian potentially being hit, but we talked about that yesterday, that they're safe for right now, supposedly. So we've been talking about all this, right? However, there was a major shakeup that happened that we need to talk about, and that has to do with the former Wolfenstein studio head that is now going to be leading the Arcane studio, all right? It's going to be leading the Arcane studio. So the Machine Games co-founder has officially taken the lead over at Arcane, and we're going to talk about it. Let's go over the original story first. So major behind-the-scenes shakeups are underway at several Xbox subsidiaries, but one claimed Xbox studio has seemingly got a new leader. Arcane Leon of Dishonored, Deathloop, and Marvel Blade fame. I don't know why you would call it Marvel's Blade fame, considering the game's not even out and supposedly is getting canceled. So is it really famous? But anyway, now it seems to be under the leadership of Jerk Gustafsson. Am I saying that right? Gustafsson, the former co-founder and studio head of Machine Games. As spotted by Timmer 222 and Windows Central, Machine Games ex-studio director appears to have been promoted to the head of Arcane Studios, replacing the outgoing company president Leonard Bendel. A legal notice about the leadership shift was posted to French enterprise site Peppers, only a few days ago, June 30th to be exact. Of course, Machine Games is that beloved developer behind the modern Wolfenstein reboots and Indiana Jones and The Great Circle. Man, I love Wolfenstein. I was actually playing it on my Steam Deck. It plays really well on my Steam Deck. If you have a Steam Deck, you should try playing Wolfenstein. It's pretty good. It's pretty good on it. And behind Indiana Jones and The Great Circle, the studio's next game is a mystery for now, though higher-ups have teased that an ending to its Wolfenstein trilogy would come at some point eventually. On the other hand, Arcane has been hammering away at Marvel's Blade, the superhero game we haven't seen much of since its brief 2023 reveal trailer. Again, I don't understand why they would say that, but considering that there's rumors swirling around that Marvel's Blade has been canceled because they can't get their shit together. I don't understand why it's so hard to make a modern Blade video game or movie. The Blade movie that Marvel announced ages ago that went through like 20 different scripts, it's pretty much canceled at this point. I don't understand how you're struggling to make a Blade movie or a video game. It should actually be pretty easy. But there you go. Let's scroll down. The Verge recently reported the game was at risk of cancellation and Arcane was at risk of outright shutting down amid Xbox corporate reset of the business. A sudden change in leadership is perhaps a sign of life for the company. That might be. Maybe they decided that instead of shutting the company down, they would put in a new leader, which I'm all for that. Put in a new leader. I feel like a lot of these decisions that have led to the destruction of all these studios have come from leadership. Yes, the developers in some of these places are no better, right? But if your employee is an ideological psychopath and is allowed to be running around on social media as an ideological psychopath, it's because somebody higher than them says that it's okay. Do we get that? Like, do we understand that? Right? If your employee is acting like a jackass, it's because somebody above them said that it was okay to act like a jackass. That's really what it is. Because you have these people running around online from these studios, attacking people, attacking gamers, and then trying to pretend like they're victims from doing so. They're only allowed to do that because somebody says it's okay. I can understand if they do it once and then they never do it again, then that means that somebody said it wasn't okay and they corrected it after it happened one time. But this shit keeps happening over and over and over again, so it's absolutely allowed. It's 100% allowed. So the leadership is a big problem at these studios, not just the devs. I understand the devs are easy to blame, but it's not just them. And it's not all of them. It's a lot of the executives as well. But anyway, there is a chance that this can now have new life because, again, if they're bringing in a new leader, then chances are they're going to try to save whatever they're working on. And apparently they're working on something outside of just Blade. So you have two potential video games from this studio that could still happen. But again, if the studio gets hit with layoffs on Monday, who really knows what's going to happen at that point, realistically? So I don't know. I just wanted to follow up on this story and kind of get this out there for you guys. We'll see what ends up happening. But there is a new boss over at Arcane, and he's been part of some interesting games. So we'll see what ends up happening with this nonsense. We just got a super. Let me resume queue real quick. Colonel Rove with the 10 banger.
America is the best country to ever exist.
Let's
and
go.
to celebrate this glorious God-given day, Hypnobrand will now sell red, white, and blue Hypno plushies.
What?
And blow up dolls. The God bless you all. Flag us. Flag us.
What the fuck? I'm gonna be selling what? Oh my god, bro. We went all stream without you. We went all stream without... Did you just wake up? Did you just wake up? We went all stream without... You know, it was really quiet. It was really quiet. We went all stream without you. There's no reason to be here right now. You don't even sell it. Oh my god. Miss Bella Games, no, stop. No, don't be corrupted by them. Don't be corrupted by them, Miss Bella Games. We're not selling blow-up dolls. No. Wait, why would you want one? No. Don't get corrupted by them. Don't get corrupted by the chat. Don't do it. Don't do it. No. Booming Bob. Don't do it. Stop. This conversation is very immersive. Yeah, I know, right? I know, right? It's amazing. It's incredible, honestly. All right, boys, listen. We got to do Waifu Battle. All right, we're going to have a very American Waifu Battle. We got to have a very American Waifu Battle to end the stream as we part ways for this amazing holiday. What? I was just trying to figure out why guys would want a blow-up doll of you that's, you know. You're trying to say it's this? You can say it. You can say it. Look, everybody's like, sign me up. Jesus Christ, man. You guys are... I don't know what's going on, man.
The dolls give you Hypno.
The dolls do give you Hypno, for sure. They do. They do. Boys, we got to have a very American Waifu Battle. If you don't watch the Waifu Battle, listen, you should. Because otherwise, if you don't, you're gay. We're 193 away from Tier 2. Holy fuck, boys. Are we going to miss it on July 4th? We might. I don't know. We might, because we streamed too early. That's the problem. That's the problem. We streamed too early. It's all right. Kagwana, thank you for counting, by the way. I appreciate that. Boys, let's fucking go. Let's go. If you haven't seen the new Waifu Battle intro, it's a banger. All right? I don't care what anybody says. It's the banger. It gets me hyped. We have a theme song now. We actually have a theme song now. I'm not even kidding. We have a theme song for the Waifu Battle. If you missed it yesterday, you can check it out today, boys. Let's go. We're going to do the intro, and then we're going to get right into the battle. It's going to be very American, I promise you. Lots of titties. Maybe not guns because of YouTube, but lots of titties. You know, you can never go wrong with that. Let's go.
Hear that roar, feel the shake. No one leaves.
boys. Let's go, man. Let's go, ladies and gentlemen. It sounds like Sabaton. You're goddamn right it does. I love Sabaton, boys. I love Sabaton. Boys, let's go, man. We got to get it going. Ladies and gentlemen, Waifu Battle today is going to be Common America versus Mount Lady.
Holy shit.
That's right, boys. Common America versus Mount Lady, ladies and gentlemen. We got to make it happen. We're going to celebrate July 4th, boys, the right way. It's the right way, so you know how this goes, man. The names got to go first. In the super chat, it absolutely has to
A
go.
new patriotic Hypno brand body pillow will
Lies.
also be sold with extra fluff and even comes in
Lies.
Hypnotica 4
Lies.
at High on American Spirit now. And
Look at that. You had a stroke. Look at that. Look at that. Colonel Ruff had a stroke. Trump had a stroke. Guys, let's go, man. Colonel Ruff, thank you for the 5. I appreciate that very much. Guys, Mount Lady versus Common America. I'm going to start the song. We got 2 minutes, okay? Normally, during regular waifu battles, we used to have 2 separate, what do you call it? 2 separate songs for each character, but we're just doing it all in one shot now. We're doing it all in one shot. So once the song plays, get it going, and we're going to make it happen. This is for America, boys. These are America's boobs. What are those bazookas? Those are America's bazookas. All right, the name has to be first. Let's try to get the tier 2 to the best of our ability. Let's go, boys. Let's make it happen. The name's got to be first. Anything else after that is fine. Anything else
Mount
after
Lady.
that's fine.
Fuck, I can't not vote for her.
Mighty Megatron. Mighty Megatron with a 2. What's the difference between a Jew and an orange juice? Sony, nothing. They are both concentrated. Oh my God, it's crazy, bro. Stop it. Appreciate it. Shout out. Zero is voting for Mount Lady with the 2. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Hashtag Carmen, she made me KR.
Oh, shit. Oh, it's even right now. It's even. Thank you for the 2, Creators Freedom.
Mount Lady
You
bless
can vote for
those
both,
twins
yes.
Olympian mountains.
You could split super chats in this
Common
waifu
America.
battle. You can split it. Mr. Melancholy with a 2 for Mount Lady. Thank you, sir.
Hashtag
Guy
Mount
Caramon.
Lady changing size. You kidding me?
Wow, this is actually interesting. We're getting
Common
counters to
America,
every
'cause
super
Mount
chat right
Lady
now.
is not American.
Guy Caramon, thank you for the 99. McVee, thank you for the
Hashtag
10.
Common
Appreciate that. Butter Biscuit with the 5. Thank you. Mount Lady's not American. Thank you for the 5. Justin Ford with a 189. Thank you so much. I appreciate that.
Hashtag Carmen.
Great Ape with a 325. Common America. Thank
Common
you.
America. USA,
Bio
USA,
T-Wolf with a
USA,
5.
USA.
Let's go. USA chance.
Mount Lady is from Japan.
I appreciate that. Gilgamesh with a 2. Mount Lady's from Japan. It doesn't matter. She's big enough to stretch to the U.S. It doesn't matter. Thank you for the 2. I appreciate it. Mighty Megatron with a 2 for Common America over on Rumble. Thank you, sir. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate that. What are the odds someone drops to 250? Highly doubt it. Highly doubt it right now, boys. All right, listen. That's it for the song. Yesterday, I did another song because people kept voting like crazy late. Should I do another one or just go into the final countdown? What do you guys want to do, boys? What do you guys want to do? This was pretty heated. The first round was pretty heated, man. Everybody kept countering each other. Everybody kept countering each other. Oh, shit. Uh-oh.
M2 Lady, we're bringing it back, boys. Let's restart the endless Mount Lady domination. Keep her as the champion for the next 6 weeks. Where's Eric Jenkins when you need him? Oh, right, almost forgot. Gay.
Mount Lady gets a $20 vote from War Wizard. I'm doing the song one more time, boys. This is a little bit heated.
America, she got this old man bricked.
This is a little heated, boys. We're all over the place right now. War Wizard, thank you for the 20. I appreciate that. Jason, voting for Common America with the 5. Thank you, sir. I appreciate that very much, man. We're doing it one more time. One more time. This is a little bit too close. It's too close right now. This can go either way. You can't complain about size with this one. There's no size complaints with this one, boys. I mean, to be fair, Mount Lady can grow them bigger, but that's, you know, that's different. Common makes her daddy proud. Fake wizard for the win. Go for a tie. I don't think we're going to get a tie. It's very hard to tie. It's very, very hard to tie. From sea to shining sea. That's actually funny. Let's go, boys. Vote it up. Vote it up. Zeroist says Mount Lady forever. Let's go. We're 42 out of 50 on supers. 114 to tier 2.
Carmen America, just to re-emphasize.
Butter Biscuit with the 2.
Carmen
Thank
America,
you, my man.
USA.
Yo!
Holy shit.
Guy Caramon just threw in the first major hit. Guy Caramon just threw in the first major hit. Oh, shit. A $50 mega banger for Common America, boys. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Is anybody going to counter that? I don't know. Guy Caramon. Holy shit. Thank you for the USA chance. I appreciate that, my man. Uh-oh. All right, boys, listen. Final countdown. Final countdown. This is it, boys. This was really close until that 50. This was really close, but it's still, I mean, technically it still is kind of close. Closer than it usually is. Let's get into it, boys. Final countdown. Last super chat that shows up.
All the way.
Joseph, thank you for the 5 for Common America. I appreciate it. Guys, the last super chat that shows up on my screen is going to be the one that counts. The last one on my screen is the one that counts. Zombie Hunter with a 199. Thank you, sir. Here we go. Final countdown. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go, boys.
Happy birthday, USA.
Nagdanol 1776. I love it, bro. Common America. What a badass. I love that. Thank you, Nagdanol. Great aim with a 207 for Common America. War Wizard with a
Empty
60
Lady
for
in
Mount
72.
Lady.
You're welcome. Happy
It's very
4th,
close.
baby.
It's way too close. It's way too close. Waiting for lag. Waiting for lag. Waiting for lag.
Mount
Waiting
Lady.
for lag. Waiting for lag. Waiting. And that is it, ladies and gentlemen. The last super chat that's going to count is Zeroist sneaking in that decisive Mount Lady vote. Holy shit, man. Oh my god, bro. Oh my god. Oh my god. Guys, there's no hashtag requirement for the regular waifu battles. That's why there's no hashtag in the name. There's no hashtag in the name. It's not required. Holy crap, boys. Holy crap. Listen, I don't know if we have anybody that could do numbers like T-Jab today for the waifu battle, but just looking at the numbers, I could already tell you who actually won, boys. I could already tell you who won. That's insane. It was literally the last one. It was the last one that decided who won. Hold on one second. Let me just make sure. I want to check the numbers. Give me a second. I will make sure. Hold on. But I'm pretty sure it was Mount Lady. Holy fuck. Hold on. I'm just counting real quick. Let me call out the supers. Nagdadol, thank you for the legendary 1776 super chat. That was pretty fucking badass, bro. I appreciate that. Great Ape with the 207. Thank you for Common America. I appreciate that. And then War Wizard decided to sneak in with that the $60 mega banger for Mount Lady and saving tier 2 like a legend. I appreciate that. I thank you very much. Happy 4th again, my man. And the deciding factor. The deciding factor literally from the turnbuckle, bro. At the last second, Zeroist. It was really close. It was really close before this. Zeroist dropped a $50 mega banger from the freaking top of the ropes and dropped it on Common America, boys. Wow. I really thought Common America was going to win this one, man. I really thought she was going to win this one. But that doesn't seem to be how it's going. Guys, because of Zeroist, the winner of this particular waifu battle on the Day of America, all right? On the Day of America, boys. Oh, man, people are crying in the chat. No. No, America lost. America lost. Is this what it feels like to watch soccer? Pretty close, Nagnal. Pretty close. And you haven't even, bro, you haven't been here for like the tournaments. Oh my God, bro. The tournaments get crazy. It's really like bloodbath out there. It's wild. These are just the regular waifu battles right now. The tournaments, they get ugly. They get really ugly. The winner of this particular battle is gonna go to none other than a legend in the series, and that is Mount Lady, ladies and gentlemen. That's right. That's right. Holy shit. Mount Lady beat Common America, boys, on the Day of America. My God. Oh my God, what are we doing?
Holy shit.
Let's do it one more time, ladies and gentlemen. One more time. This only makes sense. No, Yamato, that's not the case, sir. I'll explain. Really quick, before we do coping and seething, let me explain. The waifu battles as they are right now, these are just battles for fun and supremacy. That's all they are. That's all they are. They're battles for fun and supremacy. There's no belt on the line. There's no nothing. We're just doing these battles while I prepare the next tournament. I'll be announcing the next tournament next week after we do our giveaway tomorrow on Steam. But yeah, these are just for fun right now, just to hang out and shoot the shit and vote on some waifus. And then the tournament will be coming up next week, boys. We're going to be starting a new one, a new 32 battle tournament. The belts get crazy. Yeah, they get a bit crazy. They definitely get a bit crazy.
Guys, only the tournaments need the hash.
Exactly. Only the tournaments need the hashtag. Regular waifu battles, you can just use the name. That's it. These are exhibition matches. Yes, that's the best way to explain it. Exhibition matches. Dark Obsidian, thank you for the 10. Coping and seething for those who wanted Common America. Let's go.
You are coping and seething. You just can't accept what you're seeing. Yes, you're coping and seething. The truth is scalding, and now you are molding and coping so hard. Coping and seething.
That's it. I can't believe how close that match was, man. I really thought Common America was going to have like just a blowout victory. But you know what? That's why I like the waifu battle, man. Nice surprises every now and then. Keeps it interesting. Guys, love you guys very much, man. Sincerely, thank you for hanging out today. I know it's July 4th. No SNH today. No SNH today. I got family over today, and family is more important, so I'm going to be hanging out with them. Guys, thank you so much for celebrating July 4th with me, even though it was early and shit. I get it. But, you know, tomorrow we're going to be having 2 streams, all right? Listen up very closely. Listen. Tomorrow we're going to be having 2 streams, all right? Tomorrow around like 5 p.m. Eastern, give or take, is going to be the giveaway stream, okay? We're going to be doing $1,000 worth of giveaways on Steam to give back to you guys. We're finally doing our giveaway, so make sure to do not miss that if you want to take part in it. We're going to be doing a Steam giveaway tomorrow. That's number 1. And then after that, we'll be doing our regular Hypnocast tomorrow as well at standard time, 9 p.m. So don't miss that as well. So 5 p.m. giveaway, 9 p.m. regular stream. I'll probably raid into that stream. We'll see. But yeah, don't miss the streams tomorrow. All right, they're gonna be pretty epic. Okay, 6 p.m. or an hour later. No, it's gonna be 5 p.m. Eastern. So wherever you are, just adjust for that. That'll be for the giveaway stream, and then we'll go from there. All right, boys. I think I caught every super chat. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I did. All right, guys. Sincerely, thank you guys so much for hanging out. I appreciate you very, very, very much. I believe Wizard, Leon, Sevi, and Sheep are going to be hanging out later today at usually like the 8 o'clock time. We do SNH, but they're doing their own thing over there for today because I'm going to be busy. So since I run SNH, we can't do SNH. But they'll be doing their own thing. Did you already read the poll? What are you talking about? Yeah, I did. 46% Leon, most likely to be gay. And Atreus is 25%. Wizards 15 and Kata's 14. Wow, Kata's least likely to be gay. That's crazy. I'm shocked by that. I'm shocked. Do you know which channel it'll be on? It'll be on Fake Wizards Live. You know what? Let me put a link for you guys. It's not going to be till 3 hours from now anyway. It's not going to be till 3 hours from now.
Am I
anyway.
late?
Yes. Alucard, you're late. Thank you for the 2, man. Happy July 4th, bro. All right, listen. Let me give a link. Hold on, guys. Give me 1 second. Let me give a link to Wizard's stream that he's going to be doing later with the guys. I believe they're all going to be streaming, by the way. I'm pretty sure Leon and Sevi, they're all going to be streaming on their own channels, and they're just going to mirror it. I'm pretty sure. I'm almost positive that's how it's going to go. But anyway, it's fine. All right, here's the link to Wizards. Here's the link to Wizards. Here we go. I put it on YouTube and on Rumble, so you guys can check it out. Okay, that's the link to Wizard stream. But I think they're doing on all their channels. Pretty sure. All right, guys, thank you again, sincerely. I know I keep saying it, but I really appreciate you guys hanging out with me on July 4th. It means a lot to me. I want all of you guys to have a fantastic holiday, sincerely. I hope every single one of you enjoy it and have a great time with family, friends, whoever you want to spend it with. And I will see you guys tomorrow for the 2 streams. They're going to be legendary. Do not miss them. Do not miss them. And I will see you guys on the next one. Until then, you guys already know, man. Go be bigots and go be gooners. Bye. Don't drink and drive.
I am not gay. I have relationships with women and sex with men. And I got news for you. That means you're gay. Yeah.
Poor kids are just as bright and just as talented white kids. Her dog, or her cat, was named Vagina.
Put a ticket in, make her gay. Fuck Indiana Jones, put a ticket in, make her Lady Jack. Fuck Indiana, put a ticket in, make her gay. It means put a chicken in it, sweetie, and make her fucking gay.
Fucking pronouns! Fucking pronouns! Fucking gender ambiguity! Fucking current day Californian shit! Cause that's all we fucking know! Cause we're boring! We're so fucking Twitter hole! Twitter hole! Get it right!
At the touch of the black man, I bring life. I bring life. I bring life. I bring life. I bring life.
Why the hell are you still here? Go on. Get out of here. Go play some video games.